Yo, finally have the F20b setup for the H2B Brough Performance plateless kit. Finally ready. And took a while, but I mean, sometimes that's how it is. So let's get to it. Here we go. Everything's ready to go. Exhaust is welded all up. The kit is ready to go. Car turns on, alternator is in. I had to customize my H series bracket to fit my B series alternator. I had to cut off the arm underneath it and re-weld it so it can fit this. And I know on the previous video I wasn't going to use the spacers for the slave cylinder, but Brough Performance contacted me. Well, he sent me a message on one of my videos, and he said that it's recommended that that I use that. So I just ended up using it that way. Now I ended up putting this on, I guess, for the extra support. The only thing I messed up is I grinded all this down to fit this flush because I thought I wasn't going to use this. But turns out I did. But now I got a bunch of aluminum that I cut out, and now that I put this, it kind of took out, extra support for this to handle. So I made this a weak point, I guess. So if you have the Brough Performance kit and you haven't cut anything yet, leave this alone. Use this so you can have that extra support that you need, and use that. Use their spacer because it works fine. It disengages perfectly fine. Not a big deal. And another thing I want to talk about my build is I kind of put it together somewhat quick. I know some of you probably don't think I did. It took me maybe about 4 to 5 months to do it, and for me that's a long time because I like driving my car, and seeing it sit there in my garage for that long was driving me crazy. So I kind of did some shortcuts. Well, one of the main shortcuts I did is I didn't change out the seals that I should have changed out, and that's very, very important to change out every seal. Well, especially the crank seal. I didn't change out the crank seals on both ends, and now it's leaking because the engine is imported, and I don't know who, I have no idea how long it's been sitting at their shop before I bought it. So, and I know a lot of you, if you guys comment, try not to comment on it because I already know I fucked up, and I should have known better. I should have changed out the seal. I don't know why I didn't. I'm trying to remember why I didn't change out the seal. It's either I was broke at the time and I wanted to get it done, or just fucking lazy. I don't know yet. But take your time, and if you can get to some seals, change them out if you're there already. I don't think they were that expensive. I don't think so. I didn't bother to check. Again, the car was sitting for 6 months or 5 months, 4 to 5, and I just I just wanted to put it together and get it going. Shit, another thing I messed up on was the piping. When I took it to my backyard mechanic, this was sitting over here. I guess it was the reverse, and I was scared that this was gonna hit the hood. And he looks at the engine. He says, "Well, I mean, your pipe is backwards." I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, "Yeah, the blow-off valve was supposed to be how it is now." I was like, "Nah, come on, man." I was like, "You joking?" He's like, "Nah, man, your pipe's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be the other way around." I was like, "What the fuck?" And yeah, I turned it around and it fucking fits perfect, and the hood closes just fine because I was scared that blow-off valve was gonna hit the hood, and it might have if I wouldn't have switched it around. But the clearances on the engine to the hood, it's perfect. It closes, not a big deal. It doesn't hit or rub or anything. Closes just fine, and the angle's perfect on it. And I mean, I can drain the oil just fine, just like how Brough Performance said. I mean, the kit's made for you know, for the engine to sit OEM style, and you can be able to get to your oil pan or drain. You don't have to get a special oil pan to drain the oil. And well, another problem I had with this was once I put the engine in, I had the intake manifold, I mean, gutted completely, and you know, and I poured it out a little bit in the inside. I knifed the runners, and I poured it the rest of the stuff. I mean, you can see it on the video. But I had to take it to my backyard mechanic because I could not get this fucking engine to stay on. And I think one of my main issues was a throttle position sensor, because I deleted the idle control valve. And by doing that, you have to adjust the throttle position sensor. Adjust that, and you have to leave the throttle open. I mean, just a little bit open too, so you can idle at whatever whatever RPM you want to idle. I got it out. He got it to idle 1000. But since I have the Honda S300, he was able to, you know, connect to it and adjust the throttle position sensor and get it to 100% perfect, to where it idles perfect, and it runs good. The only thing with just deleting I know some of you guys know, but the ones that don't know, deleting the idle control valve, they say it gets better throttle response. I don't know if that's what happened, but I mean, I do feel that as soon as I step on it, it goes. But I can't punch it yet because I have what you call a basic tune. It's not fully tuned. I can drive it around, but I can't boost on it. So I'm just working out the kinks. Just driving around working out the kinks until I do the oil change, and then go back to the tuner and have them tune it, and hopefully I'll make a video on that. So idle control valve, delete it. And problem with that is you have to step on the gas for 1 to 2 minutes before idle's okay, and then once it kind of warms up a little bit, it'll idle wherever you set it at. So not a big deal. You just gonna have to sit there on the throttle a little bit. And what else? What else is going on here? Did the wire harness? I didn't do the wire harness on it because I mean I had to extend it. And oil, the fuel line, everything's good. See if I can see if I covered everything. Oh, he had to rewire my distributor, because F20Bs come with what is that? OBD2B plugs, and mine came with an OBD2A plug. So I had a jumper on there, and I guess it was kind of, I don't know, but I think he was having issues with it. So he had an OBD2A distributor over there. Well, he had half of a distributor. So what he did is he took this one off and he gutted it, and he mixed parts up. He mixed other parts from the OBD2A to get the plug, and put it into my OBD2, into this distributor, and now it plugs in directly. So I think he was having an issue to get it to idle because of that too. And there goes the OBX headers. So far they're pretty good. I mean, the chrome kind of went to shit already. Dump tube. Okay, all right, let's turn this fucker on. Show you how to hold the gas down. I normally hold it at 2,000 RPMs for like, well, I guess we'll see how long. So about the seals, the crank seals, make sure you change those out, because I did not change them and I was lazy or broke. I don't know which one it was. I have to leave a tarp underneath my car because it leaks oil now, and that's, I mean, it's fucking annoying. now I gotta live with it until I fucking take out the engine, and I don't know when that's gonna be. You guys hear that squeak? That's my fucking alternator. I guess when I was cutting and grinding things around it, I got debris into the pulley, and now it just squeaks like you wouldn't believe. I think one of these days I'm gonna have to just hopefully take off the pulley and clean it up, and hopefully that solves the problem. Let's see. Okay, now it's idling. About 900, which is okay with me. It goes up after it warms up a little bit. I mean, it's still cold, and I need gas. So yeah, I'm happy it runs already. Get to drive it around, even though it squeaks a little bit. So yeah, this is the tarp I have to put on there every single time because it leaks oil. So yeah, check your stuff twice. Take your time.